Alright, so I want to record this video because I've been trying to figure this problem out all day long. I'm a student who doesn't know how to do any sort of electrical anything. So this has been a real struggle for me because I bought an Arduino without any idea of what to do. And I've been trying to figure all the code for it out today. And here's what I found. So let me introduce you to what I've got going on. Welcome to my steaming hot pile of garbage. This is a sculpture. It's amazing. So yeah, when I touch one of these buttons, it turns on a light, which is taped to a phototransistor. So that's enough explaining. And I can't get incredibly close with a flashlight because it will turn on and activate or one of the transistors. Anyways, from my Arduino board, I have a positive connection. My positive connection goes over to here, and then it's bridged to here. This is all kind of done for no reason, but the real reason is to get the positive end of the speaker right here in between this positive bridge, which comes from the Arduino board and goes into this battery. The reason I want to put it here is because I need a positive lead into my speaker. And then going down this side, this is all positive connections to my phototransistors. Now kind of going over the ground side of the connections. So all of these transistors, right, they're all oriented the same way. This is your ground coming off the transistor right there, going into a yellow wire and a resistor. So this yellow wire goes into the analog input, and I've got all of these wired up from A0 to A4, and then the resistor is just going into my ground on my breadboard. My transistor was a little difficult and tricky to hook up, so the negative side of the speaker, this wire, is going into the middle leg of the transistor, which is the gate. That is connecting to the third leg of the transistor. This third leg is going into D11, digital input 11, I'm pretty sure, is what it's called. That's pretty important not to mess up. And then I think you can go your own way on this last one, but on the first leg, the collector leg, you can have that connected to the ground on your Arduino. So this literally just goes straight to the ground, this orange wire, if you're able to track it through this mess. From the collector leg into the ground over here. So it goes collector, gate, emitter, if you're wondering what the legs of my transistor are. These are all questions I was wondering today, so hopefully I don't sound like a complete idiot, but I'm kind of fine with that because I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, that's how I get this. It's kind of cool. I actually don't even need to touch it. Alright guys, let's see if I can explain my code. The phototransistors right here, this is where I am trying to identify the input from which analog input. So I have A through 4 here. This is connected to my sensor values. This is where I am storing the variable coming from the sensor. And then here's the constant for the speaker. This is the speaker pin that I'm using. It's D11, digital input 11. And then this is the threshold that I want my phototransistors to break before I have them trigger sound. The threshold's 0 because it's dark enough, but if you have some ambient lighting, you can turn this up and try and fine-tune it if maybe sound is coming out too early for you or not when it's supposed to. It's too sensitive. Here's me calling my functions for my play sound functions. Here's me setting up my pins ready for receiving from the phototransistor. So here it's the pin, this is like A4 input. And then there's my speaker pin, and that's an output, of course, because I want sound coming out of my speaker. And then in this loop is where I am checking for light coming into my phototransistors. So if the sensor value is 0, so this is my constant trying to read. I don't know if I can explain this part. I'm gonna skip past it. So this is where I am checking for color from my sensors. Now I kind of have it backwards, but we're starting with sensor 4. This is reading if there's light coming into it. If the sensor value is greater than the threshold, play a sound. And then I just have this chunk of code repeating that's specified for the sensor. So this is 4 through 0. And then this is my play sound function, my basic play sound function. It's basically just tone, play sound, tone, and then the tone is the what is being called here is the speaker pin. So the speaker pin doesn't change; it's the same in all of them. But I think you could add another speaker here. This is the hertz that your speaker is playing at. So this is like where you can fine tune the sound. And then this is for how long, and then this is just like how long in between playing the sound do you want to have this delay. So yeah, and then it's just this same function repeating several times.